folks. Zach Elliott at Feel Free to Argue. And I want to talk a bit about Hillary Clinton's comments with Benjamin Netanyahu this weekend and the Arab response to it. And try to find some sort of metaphor so that she can understand what the hell's going on in the Arab world, because she's clearly not getting it. And I think her statements say everything about that. First, let me give you kind of a little bit of a background about this. She was there. She had a meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu, and he said something about, let's see, he was giving an offer of talks without preconditions and offering restraint in settlement construction. And Hillary came out and said, oh, this is unprecedented, and the Palestinians should take any objections that they have and bring them to the table. Okay, and then there was this enormous howl of outrage from the Arab world. Well, this is not surprising, actually, because she seemingly, in these statements, and she should have known this, she really should have, because otherwise she has no business being Secretary of State. This, in the eyes of anyone in the Arab world, is going to directly contradict Obama's harsh statement saying that settlements must stop, and must stop immediately, and that we do not approve of any continued settlement building, and certainly not any new settlement building. And she didn't even mention this. You know, she was just sitting there smiling next to Benjamin Netanyahu and talking, you know, as if he was bringing something to the table that he'd never brought before. And that's something that would be even remotely acceptable to the Palestinians. When she should have known that nothing had been achieved, and that the Palestinians were not going to be at all impressed with anything that Netanyahu was offering. Why? Because the reason why people in the Arab world were excited about Obama was that he was going to make this settlement stop. And I'm trying to figure out what it is about this situation that Hillary Clinton can't get. And presumably, you know, by extension, Barack Obama, you know, since she is speaking on his behalf, ostensibly. And I was thinking maybe the metaphor of rape would work, you know? Just because I think you need something visceral, you know, so that she can get the idea. Because if you look at the way that, you know, Israel's activities towards Palestine are viewed, both by Palestine and by the rest of the Arab world, I mean, rape is a pretty good analogy. You have a stronger aggressor taking advantage of a weaker party. And of course, you know, if you look at it this way, you realize that the whole idea of, you know, the fucking continuing is something that no one is ever going to be happy about. And that also explains why they were happy when Obama said the fucking was going to stop. Because once someone is being actively raped, they don't want to hear from the rapist that, you know, we'll bring you flowers, or we'll wear a condom, or we'll fuck you more gently. No. They want the fucking to stop. And that aspect of it is going to probably be regarded as non-negotiable. And it would probably be unfair to characterize a response desiring the fucking to stop as being irrational or, you know, out of proportion, as it frequently is. So, you gotta love international relations. For me, I think you need to have a more direct way. I think we all need to have more direct ways of talking about these things, so we understand them better. You know, the problem is it's all buried in this wimpy language and that, of course, in addition to the fact that, the Palestinians are just so mischaracterized in our media, and Israel is very much pumped up. But I think we need to talk about these things directly, and we need to talk about the fact that Israel is in violation of the law to just about, I think everybody but Israel now is on board with this notion that Israel is engaging in ongoing illegal activity. And so anything short of Israel at least stopping this fresh illegal activity that it's engaging in is going to be unacceptable. And I just like to repeat something that I mentioned in a previous vid, and that is in terms of our response to all of this. If you just put the shoe on the other foot, if it was the Palestinians who were aggressively encroaching on the weaker state of Israel and building settlements on Israeli land, I don't think there's any question that we wouldn't even be having negotiations about this issue. We would be sending warplanes and just bombing those settlements out of existence. And I'd be really interested in anybody's argument about how that wouldn't be the case. So, and I think if you look at it that way, our prejudice becomes really apparent. And it becomes as apparent as it already is to everyone in the Arab world. But, you can certainly always feel free to argue. This has been Zach Elliott. Hope you're having a good day, everyone.